Welcome back to S2 Docs. Today we are discussing about mysteries of flight, the curious case of Pan Am Flight 914. Pan Am Flight 914 was a Douglas DC-4 with 57 passengers and 6 crew members that took off from a New York City airport headed for Miami in Florida. The date was July 2, 1955. The flight was scheduled to last a couple of hours, but it never arrived in Miami. Instead, it showed up and announced an invisible to Caracas radar on March 9, 1985. Voicing his concerns to the tower, the pilot, after a textbook landing, taxied towards the gate, and ground handlers could see the faces of the screaming passengers pressed up against their windows, looking at the fantastic new world. The pilot, for his part, dropped a small colander out the window before he made a hasty turn back to the runway, where he took off and disappeared as suddenly as he had arrived. And the colander? Did he drop it accidentally? Or does it hold the secret of what happened? What exactly did it say? We might never know. The governments of both Venezuela and the United States, the story goes, were said to have seized the calendar and the tower tapes and have refused to comment on the incident even once in the intervening decades. What really happened to the Flight 914? The story has been going around the internet for years and is a hot forum topic with the UFO and time-traveling crowd. The most popular theory is that the plane passed through some kind of time portal or wormhole, and instead of landing in Miami in 1955, it appeared on arrival in Venezuela 13 years later. One supposes it went back through the wormhole after it left Caracas. Exactly how wormholes or time portals work isn't well understood apparently. As you have hopefully already figured out, the story of Pan Am Flight 1914 was a total fabrication. But in this case, unlike with many urban legends, the source of that fabrication is known. It dates to a story first published in 1985 by the Weekly World News, the one-time tabloid, which specializes in crazy, concocted stories like this one. The paper ran the story again twice in the 1990s, with the plane's arrival date changed to 1992 in those latest stories. The snappily produced videos has gotten more than 15 million views on YouTube, but it doesn't get the fact that it was a fake tabloid story until about two-thirds through. Brightside introduced a number of details that were not in the first Weekly World News story, including the fact that the plane was visible on the radar. In any case, the videos reveals that the story is a hoax only well towards the end. It's likely that others capitalized on this real-life fake news to share the story without adding that one pertinent detail, the one about how everyone knew all along the whole thing was a fanciful fabrication. It all goes to show how fascinated people are by airplanes, even when the story is concocted to create a paranormal sensation. Thank you for watching our video.